All right, hello everybody. Hello, and welcome everybody. How's everyone doing? I hope everyone is having a great day, and I welcome all of you to today's first stream of September 2018. That is right, ladies and gentlemen. September has sprung. It absolutely has. We are almost in the fall. Officially here in the United States, our fall season does not begin until September 21st. However, being that this is the beginning of the big gaming season of the year, I feel like it is kind of time to officially kind of say welcome to the fall gaming season, with all that it brings, all the new releases, all the hype and the hoopla, the cooler weather, at least for many of us. I know many of you do not live in the United States, but for many of us it will bring cooler weather. In fact, here this last week in Washington State where I live, it's been much cooler. And Kat and I are enjoying that because we were sweating it out over the summer, but now it's finally kind of cooled down, making it a lot more comfortable around here, which is excellent. And it's just going to be a lot of excitement around gaming for the next couple of months, or a few months actually. Typically starts about now, all the way through December, right? Some really great stuff, and hopefully you guys are excited. And of course, with the fall gaming season come many special events and things for me. Just to give you guys some perspective, for example, later this month, probably around the second half of the month when things are slowing down a bit with game releases, I'm going to be doing a 10 Years of Rage retrospective special streaming event, where for a marathon style, we're all going to be sitting here and watching together my old content from YouTube. Keep in mind, I've been making stuff for YouTube for 10 years, and the viewers and fans have been nominating their favorite moments of my 10-year legacy for us to watch together during this event. It's the first time ever I've gone back and watched my own stuff publicly, so this could be very exciting and interesting to see, how have I changed, and to reminisce on a lot of the great moments that I've had over the 10 years that I've been a content creator here on YouTube, right? That is right. September is my 10-year anniversary. It was 10 years ago when I first set up my camera and started recording myself playing Star Wars: The Force Unleashed, which was the very first major gameplay video that I did commentary over, and the rest is history, okay? In addition to that, there will also be a Patron's Choice playthrough starting up this month, which is great, right? So some good stuff coming up just in September, all right? But new games, new playthroughs, all kinds of fun stuff, okay? So before we start with all of that, okay, before we start, let's go ahead and announce some fun stuff. I have all, new things to talk about because we are in a new month, finally. You're kind of holding back on a lot of stuff, but now I can finally announce a few new things coming up. New sub goals for the month. I can talk about the schedule for this week, which is going to be a great week with multiple new releases I cannot wait for. I'm excited. I hope you guys are excited too, okay? All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. In regards to this month, the month of September, first of all, what I would like to say is thanks to everyone who did pledge to my Patreon in the month of August, because all of your pledges, were processed over the last day or two. Today's September 2nd, so it was actually over the course of yesterday that Patreon processed everyone's pledges. FYI, it will be tonight when I will be messaging all August patrons on patreon.com to let you know what information I need from you to get you your perks, okay? So that's all going to happen tonight. I know a lot of people have questions about when all that goes down. Luckily, this month, it's right away, all right? Because of the timing of the days and everything, everything's right away. I'll be able to message everyone tonight really good, okay? Now, if you pledged to my Patreon in August and it got declined, I did message you yet last night. You still have an opportunity to get in on August's perks. In particular, the ability to nominate and vote on indie games for an upcoming indie games marathon this fall. But you need to update your information on Patreon. Check your PMs for details on that, okay? All right. Now, let's talk about the month of September and subscriber goals here on Twitch. As you guys can see, yeah, we had a big dip in subscribers over the last few days. I fully expected this to happen, and here's why. The most subscribers I've ever had on this channel were around 563 at one time. And that was back in January when subscriptions were very cheap. They were like half price for the holidays, okay? So a lot of people gifted subscriptions. It was a big, giving time. And then over the last couple of months, people have been very supportive here, especially with the fact that I lost my ad revenue on YouTube for 3 weeks thanks to Google's error. And so they came in, they were very generous. A lot of people, again, were gifting subs and the like. And at one point, we were up to over 550 subs. I thought maybe we would even top the record. We did not. The record is still from January of last year. But we got pretty damn close. And a lot of people were saying, well, Phil, are you going to set up the sub goals for September, based off of this now? Because, let's do it. Let's get the new sub goals. And I was like, I'm not doing it yet. Because I know what happened is that at the end of July, a bunch of people, it was 2 or 3 people, were gifting a ton of subscriptions. And I knew what was going to happen is at the very end of August and very early September, these subscriptions were going to expire. And we're not going to auto-renew. And I knew our subscription totals were going to dip massively, which they did. As you can see, over 50 subscriptions have dipped in the last few days. And that's fine. That's absolutely what I was expecting. But now what I'm hoping is that it's kind of leveled off. I don't think we'll see dramatic amounts of dips in subs moving forward, okay? And so there's a few things in regards to subscriptions that I have to announce that I think you guys are really going to like, okay? Alright, so first off, everybody, it was just announced over the weekend at PAX West that Twitch this month is going to be doing September. Anybody saying, what the hell is September? I don't know what that means. I didn't know what it meant either until they explained it at a panel. What this means is that in the month of September, if you are subscribed to this channel, okay, and you wish to continue your subscription, the renewal fee will only be $1. Typically, a regular subscription is $5 or more, depending on, what other levels of subscriptions you do. So they're going to do a monstrous discount for this month and make it only $1 to renew, which is pretty awesome. I think that gives a lot of people a lot of incentive to, renew their sub, right? Hold on one second, guys. I mean, it only makes sense. If you're subscribed, why wouldn't you renew for $1, right? Okay. Now, in addition to that, okay, hold on. Sorry, I got distracted by a spider crawling up my wall and I had to squish him. I should mention this. The fall season is the season for spiders in the Pacific Northwest of the United States. And so if you don't get them right away, they have potential to grow, and then that's a big problem. So you see a little spider, got to take care of it now. Okay. So yeah, so basically the way it works is if you are gifted a subscription, and this is a big thing. Most people who are gifted subscriptions, they never renew. Because they're like, well, I was gifted the sub. It was nice that I got gifted the sub, but that's it. But no, in this case, if you're gifted a sub in the month of September, you can renew it for $1. That's pretty damn good, right? Now, I don't think that it was fully explained at the Twitch panel, because I watched the clip from the Twitch panel, and even I didn't understand the full... Like, they didn't say when it starts. They didn't say how you can do it. Like, it's a little confusing for me. Like, is it because if you were already gifted a subscription, does that mean if you renew in September, it's only $1? Or does it mean if you're gifted a subscription in September, then you renew in October for $1? I don't know. It wasn't really fully explained. But basically, there will be more information later this month, and apparently this will be launching sometime this month. Even when this happens, I'll let you guys know. But, like, I was confused. I was trying to watch this clip from the panel explaining it, and I was super confused. So... obviously, if I'm confused, you guys will be confused too, alright? I'll let you guys know when the concrete announcement comes out, alright? So we know exactly what's going on. Okay. But anyway, that's a great positive. It means that, especially heading into this hardcore, busy fall gaming season, if you enjoy being a sub, using all my emotes and everything, it's going to basically, hopefully, be cheaper for you to continue your sub, and I'll give you the details when we get them, alright? Now, also in regards to subscriptions... the monthly sub goals have been updated, ladies and gentlemen. The sub goals for September, I'm about to announce them right now. So I hope that you guys are excited. All right. If we hit 525 subscriptions at any time, 525, during the month of September, I'm going to once again be holding my annual Halloween Horror Marathon Gaming event. All right. And the cool thing about this event is that it's going to be a marathon at the end of the month. In fact, I'm probably more than likely going to hold it on Halloween Day. Horror-themed games that people will be able to nominate and vote on. All right. And typically, I dress up. And I will be dressing up in a Halloween costume for this event this year as well. All right. So, 525 subs. The Halloween event is happening. I'm going to be dressing up for it. And basically, it's going to be a really fun event where we do Halloween-themed stuff all day on Halloween. Okay? Pretty cool. And the other thing I should mention, unlike other years, this year the only game coming out right before Halloween is Red Dead Redemption 2. A lot of the times that's not the case, and there's like new releases that come out right before, and then you're kind of stuck because like, well, it's Halloween, I want to do Halloween stuff, but people are craving the new stuff, and you kind of put it on hiatus. No, like this year, we're free to go for the Halloween event. Like, there won't really interfere with anything, okay? So that's number one, Halloween event. Hope you guys are excited. Now, the Tier 2 goal this month. The Tier 2 goal would be 550 subscriptions, all right? If we hit 550 subs at any time during the month of September, all right, I'm going to go step it up a notch for the Halloween event, okay? What does that mean? It means that, number one, I'm going to give people the ability to influence what kind of costume I'm wearing, all right? There'll be a poll where people will be able to vote for categories and the like and help me to determine what category. Now, the thing is, I can't definitively say, oh, you pick the costume for sure, because I don't know what costumes are going to be available. It all depends on, you know, the local Halloween stores out here, what's in stock, and do they have my size and what's available openly. But at least giving you categories to pick from is a good thing. But also, in addition to that, okay, I'll be decorating for Halloween. I will set up decorations in the office, all right? You know, spend a little bit of money, but it's fine because I'll be making the money via the subs, right? I'll already be making the money, the revenue from the subs, so I'll have the money to spend to decorate the office with some, like, spooky Halloween stuff. So, not only just on Halloween, but maybe a couple of weeks before that, you'll be able to see some cool, you know, horror, October, Halloween-themed stuff on webcam, whatever playthrough I'm doing, okay? So that's the Tier 2 sub goal. Tier 3 sub goal, I'm going to say is 575 subs. I'm not 100% sure what it's going to be yet, but I basically, if that happens, I'll try to do something, like, really cool for Halloween, like, maybe something super duper special, okay? 100%, what will it be? I don't know yet. I'd like actually some time to think about it, and maybe once the Halloween stores and stuff open up locally here, I'll get an idea, you know what I mean? But yeah, so all three goals are related to Halloween. Tier 1, 525 subs. Halloween event's going to happen. I'll be dressing up in a costume, and it'll be horror games that people will be able to nominate and vote on, okay? Tier 2, which will be 550 subs. I will be allowing you to influence what costume I wear, and I will decorate the office for Halloween. Tier 3, 575 subs. Basically, I'm going to do something special, something big, but I'm not sure yet what it would be, okay? Fair enough? All right. So, there you go. Halloween event in full effect. I hope this will now influence you guys to subscribe. We're at 493 subs right now. We're not so far away from hitting that first goal and making the Halloween event happen right away. And especially with some of the new games coming up this week. We got Dragon Quest XI, the Battlefield 5 beta, and SpiderMan. Just this week, I think we could probably get enough interest to hopefully garner enough subs and hit that Tier 1 goal. All right? So, yes, folks. Really awesome. I love the fall. I love Halloween. In fact, usually during October, I watch tons of Halloween horror movies and everything to get me pumped up for the you know, the Halloween day itself. I'm very excited. I hope that we can make this happen. I don't see why we can't, especially since you guys have been so supportive recently. I think we could definitely make all this happen. All right, guys? So please consider subbing if you want to see it make that happen. Okay? Now, I'm not done with the positive announcements yet, guys. What I want to do is I want to go through the schedule for you guys to explain how this week's going to happen, because there's a couple different things. Also, some really new, every new game and stuff that we're going to be playing this week, but also some fun stuff for later this week. Let me explain. All right, here's the schedule. Today, Dark Souls 3. We all knew I was doing this today. We're continuing on with Dark Souls 3. It should be fun. You know, I've been really enjoying my second run, although it's funny because some things were incredibly easy, like the Wolner boss fight, among many others where I just kind of steamrolled them. It wasn't very hard, versus some bosses are way harder in this run. For example, you know, right now I'm fighting, what's her name? fuck. Her name starts Freed, right? She's harder because I'm two-handing with a weapon that's slow, and it makes it much harder to hit her. And I get the feeling that some upcoming bosses as well, endgame bosses, are going to be a lot tougher because I'm two-handing. So it's a very fun playthrough. It's very different from my first one, and I am enjoying it. I hope you guys have been enjoying it too. So 4 more hours of Dark Souls 3 today. No second stream tonight because I'm doing all patron stuff. I've got to basically message all the patrons from last month, August, pledgees, and let them know how to get their perks. I've got a private Q&A video I have to film. I got a lot to do tonight. Tomorrow, we return to double stream days. All right. Tomorrow will be more Dark Souls 3. Yes, back-to-back Dark Souls 3 here. And tomorrow night, I'm going to be doing some Street Fighter Classic throwback gameplay. More than likely, mostly Street Fighter 3 Third Strike. Although I may try to play some Super Turbo, but every time I do, it's very unsuccessful. Either one of two things happens. Either I can't find anyone, or the connections are bad, or I'm playing people who literally are 100% lag abusers and are doing stuff that can only work online with the high latency that this fucking game has. Which is just a waste of my time. You know, I'm a pro-level Super Turbo player. It's not enjoyable to play a game that's nerfed or hindered, held back by online netcode and people just doing stupid shit. So more than likely it'll end up being Third Strike. We'll see. Then on Tuesdays, the premiere of Dragon Quest XI. It's the latest Dragon Quest game. I'm very excited to play it. I've played many Dragon Quest games in the past, mostly on mobile handheld devices, and I absolutely love the series. In fact, it's kind of the series that was the predecessor to other games like Blue Dragon and the like. And so I'm very excited to be playing the latest iteration, which, by the way, by all reports, Dragon Quest XI is apparently incredibly good. Like, everyone's saying it's actually one of the best RPGs, in the last many years. So I'm very excited to start playing this game this year, okay? This week, excuse me. Tuesday night will be more Street Fighter V. Whether I'll be playing with Akuma or someone else is up for debate. I have no idea yet. But more Street Fighter V, okay? Wednesday, excuse me. Wednesday will be more Dragon Quest and probably more Dark Souls at night, because at that point I'll be craving a little bit more Dark Souls. We'll do that at night. Thursday, I'm only doing one gameplay stream, and I know that's odd. Usually I would do 2. One gameplay stream is going to be the Battlefield 5 Open Beta, which launches on Thursday. I'll be playing the game for the very first time and giving you guys my honest opinions about it. And also, hell, I can give you my honest comparison opinion between Battlefield 5 and Black Ops 4, which I think a lot of people will be interested in, considering the fact that Black Ops 4 apparently is outselling Battlefield 5 in pre-orders by a ridiculous ratio. In particular, I didn't really like the Black Ops 4 beta. I thought that it was pretty pathetic. It was a major step back for the franchise, and it's hilarious because all the fanboys of Call of Duty were kissing its butt, acting like it was great, when in reality, I think most people realize it's not very good, but they need to make money by talking positively about this fucking game. I don't have to do that. So I can tell you, in comparison, Black Ops 4 and Battlefield 5, which I really feel is better coming this Thursday, all right? Thursday night, no second stream. Actually, it's Kat's birthday, and we're going to be going out to get dinner together and celebrate. So no stream Thursday night. And I know some people have been asking, well, is Phil doing a midnight release for SpiderMan? The answer is no, because it's Kat's birthday. So no, we're going to be busy. But on Friday, this coming Friday, September 7th, I will be playing the new SpiderMan game all day. My first stream and second streams will both be SpiderMan, okay? And not only will I be playing Spider-Man all day long this coming Friday, but in addition to that, there's going to be some cool Spider-Man related stuff on stream that I think you guys will really like for this playthrough. In particular, one thing I can tell you is that there will be new animations that will be being played during this playthrough. All right? I'm not going to spoil and tell you any more details, but basically it's going to be pretty cool. I think you guys are going to enjoy it. We're doing, going all out for this playthrough. Why? Because Spider-Man has always been a very, very popular game for me that I've played over the years. One of my very first early playthroughs that got viral attention on YouTube was Spider-Man Web of Shadows. And then a couple years later, Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions. Both of those playthroughs went viral on YouTube and gave me tons of popularity. And whenever I seem to play a Spider-Man game, people come out and they enjoy it, and they really like to watch me play these. So Spider-Man, this Friday, all day long, Spider-Man, baby, okay? So, I certainly hope you guys will be here for all the new stuff. I mean, Dark Souls, Dragon Quest XI, multiple Street Fighters, right? Battlefield 5 Beta, and Spider-Man. This is one hell of a great way to start the fall gaming season, in my opinion. What a great variety of new content for you guys, all right? Now, moving forward, what's going to happen is Dragon Quest XI will be a mainstream for a couple of days this week, and then we'll see how people like it. If it's received well, I'll consider keeping it as a mainstream. If not, it may just end up being the staple game that's kind of like the nighttime, downtime stream, and I'll just keep Spider-Man and Dark Souls as the mainstreams until those kind of wrap up. And then the week after that, we got Shadow of the Tomb Raider, which I might be playing, and balance that, and then move on from there, okay? So we'll see, but I'm very excited for everything this week. I hope you guys are too, okay? All right, so I just want to say thank you guys for all of your support. All right, we're now going to get to the plugs segment of the pre-stream. So thank you guys for all of your support. 10 years. It is officially this month my 10-year anniversary as a content creator. You guys have come out and supported me through via so many various methods over the years, and I really do appreciate all of that. You know, I've done this now as a hobby for 10 years and as a living for over 7. I love my job. I want to keep being able to do this, and I want to say thank you to everyone who in the past couple of months in particular here on Twitch have been very supportive. You know, many people came out. I had my largest cheer ever back in July. In the month of August, we had people who like subbed a ton and helped out via various methods, tipping or whatever. You know, I gotta say shout out to Tutankhamun, whoever he is. This guy has been very supportive recently and really helped me out. And it's not just him, but he's just the most recent person. But a lot of people have stepped up and been very supportive recently in various methods. A lot of people pledged to Patreon for the first time ever, and or they upped their pledges in order to help out and get new perks and stuff, and I'm thankful for that. You know, you guys have been awesome. I've been through a lot of tough times, and right now I am in a tough time where basically YouTube is making me almost no money anymore. And my focus is almost 100% Twitch, and you guys have made this an awesome experience, a fun daily experience, and you've been upped your support to the point where, you know, if we could keep it going at the levels it's going, I think I'm going to be okay. But the thing is, we need to keep maintaining these levels. The good news is the next few months, hopefully, we will see a natural influx of new viewers and supporters because of all the new games. And hopefully my YouTube channel, DSPGaming, will pick up because I am now uploading way fewer videos in a day, getting more subs. I think I got something like 500-600 new subs in the past couple of weeks, which is crazy because I used to never get new subs. Like, the subs would always stay stagnant or they'd go up and go right back down. But now they're actually consistently increasing, which is a great thing. Pretty excited, all right, for the future, and I'm hoping that everything works out, all right? So all that being said, thank you guys for everything. Thank you for all of your support. If you do love my daily live streams and you love my on-demand videos on YouTube, you love the new longer format of the on-demand videos on YouTube, you support what I'm doing, you want to see it continue. The best thing you can do to support me is to watch the streams and videos, of course. To spread the word, to let people know. Phil is awesome. Come check out his stuff. If you're actually there live, it's a much different experience than watching these on-demand negative montages. It's actually not like they say it is because they cut out all the good stuff. Come hang out and chill with Phil. It's a great time. Come hang out on his streams. Check out him playing all the new games this fall. That word of mouth advertisement helps a ton. More than you probably would even think, okay? Even if people come in just curious to see, a lot of people end up sticking around and saying, wow, this is actually fun stuff, all right? So thank you guys for all of that. Now, if you would like to go above and beyond, all right, just being a standard stream viewer or video watcher, and you want to help me out in various other ways, you can, all right? You can pledge to my Patreon over at patreon.com/darksidephil. As I have mentioned many times on this stream, the patrons previously, this month are going to be doing some awesome stuff, and I'm going to be contacting them tonight and getting a lot of stuff going for them tonight. But for this month, the month of September, guys, if you pledge $5 or more to my Patreon, you are going to be the people influencing the Halloween event. You'll be nominating and voting on the horror games for this event. If we hit that tier 2 sub goal, you'll be actually voting on a category for my Halloween costume. All right, so there's a lot of things you're going to be focusing on and influencing with your power as a patron this month. So if ever you've been waiting to become a patron and really be able to have concrete influence over an event, now is the time, because this is a big event that you're going to directly influence if you do pledge this month, okay? But there's other perk levels as well. You can get things such as getting your questions answered on my bi-monthly Q&A show, Ask the King, which, by the way, is happening later this month. You can get a private Q&A video made. You can get verbal shout-outs, text shout-outs for your contributions. Lots of good stuff, okay? So all that being said, please consider becoming a patron this month. It helps me out tremendously, and you get some cool stuff back, all right? You can also check out my merchandise shop on Teespring, where I just released a few weeks ago my 10th anniversary line of products. I don't know if you guys have checked it out yet. I've been wearing these recently. I bought 3 of these shirts myself, and I really love the stuff from Teespring. In particular, these new designs are really awesome and a great way this month to celebrate my decade anniversary as a content creator for the internet. So please give it a look, all right? You can see the plugs for that right here on the pre-stream with the link and everything. But, in particular, if you guys are here live on the streams, if you cheer, sub, or tip during the stream, I will give you a shout-out for your contribution, all right? I appreciate any contributions that you guys do give me during live streams, and I want to be sure that you get credit for them live, all right? That being said, if you are seeking a shout-out, I would ask that you try to stay positive and do not bring up negative stuff. For example, no insults to myself or others. Don't bring up negative detractor memes of myself or other streamers, because some people try to come in here and talk crap about other streamers and the like. That's not allowed either. Please don't bring up politics or religion or diversive topics that are going to derail the stream chat. And, of course, please try to be as concise as possible. The shorter worded you are, the more chance I'm going to give you a shout-out. Everything on my streams is very subjective. I determine ultimately what I say and don't say, what I respond to and don't respond to on a stream, and I have no obligation to respond to every single thing that happens. However, in general, most people get these criteria, and these streams end up being very interactive and fun, and I'm very appreciative of that. If you'd like to get an animation, a visual animation to play on the stream in conjunction with your contributions, you can do that if you either cheer 50 bits or more in a single cheer, or if you subscribe to the channel and click on the share button that shows up after you sub, or if you tip me $5 or more in a single tip. Any of those 3 things, you'll get a cool animation to play during the stream as well, so you get both visual and verbal recognition. If you look at the top of your screens, there's a stream stats leaderboard that includes things such as total subs, top tip, and top cheer. I will be updating that over the course of today's stream. There's also going to be a death counter for Dark Souls, which I forgot to re-add, by the way. I do need to re-add all of that. So I may have to ask you, how many deaths am I at, or I have to go replay that video, the last video of the playthrough, in order to be able to get that up for you, or get that up for you. Oh boy, here we go. Let's see how people respond to me saying that. But anyway, in order to get the death counter up there on that for you, okay? But anyway, it's just another way for you to get recognition. If you're the top cheerer or top tipper for today, you will get recognition on that stream stats leaderboard. All right. Okay, I've already explained how subbing works. If you sub to the channel, you get major benefits, like the emotes that you get to use in the chat. You also get a Chat Crown loyalty badge. And if you're a paid subscription, you don't have to watch advertisements when I run them on the channel. Many benefits. Thank you to everyone who has subbed before. And we are trying to hit those sub goals of 525. 550 and 575. In fact, what I will do is I will now add the goal to the stream stats leaderboard so we know what we're aiming for. Okay, we're less than 30 away. Less than 30 subs. Actually, I take that back. We're 32 subs away from hitting the goal of the Halloween event, the Halloween marathon. All right. All right. Let's see here. So outside of all of that, the only other thing I want to talk about is how you can help me the most right now. Because I just mentioned a ridiculous amount of ways. I said Patreon, I said Teespring, I said cheering, subbing, tipping. Guys, real talk, the best way you can help me right now is to tip me. The reason being is that because in the month of July, I received no ad revenue from YouTube for 3 weeks. And typically I would get paid for ad revenue around the 10th of every month, and it helps me out because all my bills come due between the 1st and the 15th of September. Like everything, my mortgage, my utilities, all my credit cards, my loans, all the things that I owe, all come due in the first 2 weeks of the month. Problem is, I'm not going to get that payment that I usually get on the 10th because YouTube screwed me over and took away my ads for 3 weeks, even though I did nothing wrong and it was their own internal error. Therefore, in order to help me out, if you could tip me, I would appreciate that, because tips I get right away. I get them right now, and I could literally, as I get it, put it into my bank account and put it towards a bill, all right? So that being said, please consider tipping me in the next, couple of weeks. I will get paid for July's Twitch performance around the 15th of September. So once that payment comes through, I should be fine for the rest of the month. But I need to get to that point without overdrawing my bank account and having bills unpaid because YouTube fucked me, all right? You guys have already been very supportive the last few weeks, but if you could continue to tip me, all right, that as your preferred method of support, I would definitely appreciate that more than anything else. It helps me right now, okay? So how do you tip? Number one, if you look below the stream, there's a button that says Tip Jar. If you click on that, it'll take you to my PayPal tips page where you can either be anonymous or leave your name in a message if you would like a shout out on the stream. Or if you don't see that Tip Jar button, that's cool. Instead, just type !tip into the stream chat, it'll bring up the tips command. All right. And then you can bring up the page that way. There'll be a link in stream chat that you can click on. All right. So, thank you guys for all of your support in the past, 10 years. The last couple months in particular, Twitch has been amazingly supportive. I'm very happy about that. I hope we can keep that up. But please, guys, the best way you can help me right now is via tipping, and I appreciate that. All right? All right. Now it's time to give shout-outs for those who have contributed. Sound good? All right, let's do some shout-outs. If my laptop will work, hold on. There we go. Wow, my laptop is running like a slug. All right, so shout out to Tannemounter, who actually did a 50-bit cheer over yesterday. Yesterday was my day off, of course, and he actually cheered when I wasn't even live, and I appreciate that, so thank you, Tannemounter, for that support very much. Thank you, thank you. And now, moving on to people who actually cheered, subbed, or tipped during today's stream, we start off with Nassif, who did a 50-bit cheer. Thank you, Nassif, for the cheer. Resident Evil Beating cheered and says, have you gotten a 4K TV yet? If not, when are you getting it? I got it a couple weeks ago. Another very generous donation from a fan. Within 1 week, a fan donated a PS4 Pro, and then a fan donated a 4K TV. And I'm very appreciative of that because it's going to help out tremendously during this hardcore gaming season in particular. Finally, right, I'm going to have less input delay. I've already noticed it playing Dark Souls. I've already noticed. It's not like an insane difference, but there's definitely a positive difference between my old TV and this one. There's definitely less input delay. So I'm very pleased. It's helping me out a big time. Of course, just think of how it's helping out the streams. We don't have constant audio issues, right, going on. We have to get up and fuck with the PS4. The PS4 itself has been running a lot better. Games are looking better on it. And I've been using the super sampling and the like, and people are saying, yeah, the video, like this Dark Souls 3 run looks way better than when I played it on Xbox One, which is great. So, yeah, already got it. Thank you very much, everyone, for your support. Awesome. Gungador cheered. He says, when is the Battlefield 5 collab happening? Listen, this collab, number one, was never announced that it was ever happening. Number two, I never had interest in it. Wings of Redemption came into my stream chat last week when I was playing Scarface and said, I was wondering if Phil would be interested in collabing on Battlefield 5, to which I responded, email me and we'll talk. And that was it, and he never emailed me. So it's that simple. And I'm not going to fret about it or whatever. I've got my own schedule and my own stuff going on. So once again, it's out of my hands. It's something that if it's going to happen, it's in the hands of the person who needs to respond, who has not. So there you go. Your boy Jermaine Cheers is the Ex Mortis Redemption one for Halloween. I don't know what that is. Ex Mortis? What is Ex Mortis? Did I ever play a game named Ex Mortis? If I did, I don't recall it. I don't remember. All right, Knows Nobody did a 110-bit cheer. So you were the top cheerer for the day, by the way. Let's go ahead. Knows Nobody. All right, there we go. So, he had a 110-bit cheer. He's the top cheerer for the day. And he says, who is the better game mascot in your opinion? Mario, Sonic, or Crash? I mean, well, you see, there's different ways to judge this stuff. One way you can judge is who's had the most longevity and who's been the most profitable and who's been the most popular. That undoubtedly is going to be Mario. Who is the coolest mascot out of all of them? I would probably say Sonic. Sonic has more attitude, as they say. Mario's just a silly plumber who jumps on shit. You know what I mean? Like, Sonic has had entire animated series where he talks and has these epic plot lines, and he's had many different, really epic style games. Mario's just, alright, he's gonna stomp on shit and he's gonna save the princess, right? So I would say, honestly, out of all those three, I probably like Sonic more than Mario, even though Mario is the more popular one by far. Crash Bandicoot has been in so little on his own series and one racing game, and really hasn't been around in such a long time. I think he would be a distant third behind both of them, Alright, well, Honest Troll cheered and says, I think that mobile YouTube ad thing only affects you because I watch other channels on mobile. I get up to 3 ads per video and sometimes 4, but it's not every channel. All right, so I made a video on Friday explaining the situation that I found personally in regards to my channel and advertisements and why I think my advertisement revenue is so low right now on YouTube. And it's very simple. It's because YouTube doesn't actually play ads properly on videos that are longer on other devices outside of a PC. What I mean by that is if I have a video that's 40 minutes long and I set it up to have 4 advertisements play on it, if you watch it on PC, you'll probably see all 4 advertisements, no problem. But if you watch it on any other device, including, you know, your phone, your tablet, if you watch via an app, like let's say a browser app, like the Firefox app on a TV, if you watch via the YouTube app, the ads don't run properly at all. I did my own experiments last week, and I found, in general, a video that's 40 minutes long will get 4 ads on a PC viewing. Outside of that, usually only 1 ad, maybe sometimes 2, but generally only 1 ad everywhere else. So what's happened for me is I've shot myself in the foot because I've taken videos that used to be 10 minutes long, and every video would get 1 ad no matter how you watched it. And instead, now they're only getting 1 ad in general for 40+ minute long videos. So I went from uploading like 20, 30 videos a day to like 5. And I'm making literally, you know, much less revenue. I'm only getting 5 ad views instead of 30. And that's why I'm making way less money. It's not my fault or your fault. It's YouTube's fault because they don't properly divvy out ads. Now, the thing is that your mileage may vary. It all depends on the person and the content. Some people have told me they do see all the ads on mobile devices when they watch my stuff. Other people have said, Phil, this is a problem on your videos, but it seems to only be yours. I go to other channels, and they do get tons of ads. You don't for some reason. So it all depends. It depends on the kind of content. It depends on the channel search ranking. It depends on engagement statistics. It depends on a million things. But my old format of putting out a ton of videos a day basically worked, and I made a certain amount of money because of it. And now that I've gone to the longer format, I have negatively been affected, all right? It may not be everyone or just me or whatever, but it's definitely affecting me, okay? So there you go. You know, and that's the truth. You're right. You may watch someone else's video, and it does play a ton of ads, no matter how you're watching. It's YouTube's discretion. YouTube literally will pick and choose and decide by their automated criteria who gets what. And all I can tell you is the data I found is that, yes, the reason my ad revenue is dipped is because they're not giving me the ads that I am assigning to videos on other devices outside of PC. Who knows why, right? Who knows what their reasoning is, right? All right. Shout out to Timbo Slice, who cheered and said, if you order... I think he meant to say if you pre-order Battlefield 4, you can play the beta early. I don't care. I don't care. I'm not going to pre-order the game yet. I'd rather, unlike getting burnt like I did with Black Ops 4, which I'm now stuck playing even though I hated the beta. I'm going to play Battlefield 5 beta this week, open beta when it's available. And based off of that, if I'm interested in buying the final game. Because I don't want to get burnt like I just did. And I did. I got burnt bad with Battlefield, or I keep saying Battlefield. With Black Ops 4, I thought the game was going to be better. I thought it was going to be a step forward. Then I played the beta, and literally, not only did they go back in time 3 fucking years, like none of the advancement of the last 3 years happened, then they actually just made it based on gimmicks, and the game ran like shit. It was just a terrible experience overall, and I'm not sold on that game at all, but I already pre-bought it to play the fucking beta. So I'm not doing that with Battlefield 5. I'm just going to play the beta first. AES just cheered. He says, which well-known consoles and handhelds do not allow you to stream their games? What? I can stream whatever I want. The question of monetization, okay, is a different question. But like any modern major console, including Xbox 360, the Wii or Wii U, the PlayStation 3, the Xbox One, the PlayStation 4, and the Nintendo Switch, or even the Nintendo 3DS, I can stream from any of those, capture and stream from them. So in that regard, I'm not sure exactly what you're referencing. If anything, any Nintendo console that's a first-party game, they will claim all ad revenue for on YouTube. It still doesn't mean I can't stream it. It just means I can't make any money after the fact by putting those videos on YouTube. All right. So I hope that answers your question, AES. I don't know if I missed the mark with what you were trying to get at. YOLO Dopper Charity says, it looks like there's more hype for Battlefield 5 than Call of Duty. I'm not feeling that at all. If anything, I've been hearing the exact polar opposite. That, like, people really are down on Battlefield this year for various different reasons, okay? Giannis Basket did a 100-bit cheer, and he says, what's the game you looked forward to the most ever? Ever? Oh, man. I would say, over the years, there's been a lot of anticipation for various games. I would probably say Mass Effect 2 and 3 were both games I was very hyped for, and honestly, I was very pleased with. BioShock Infinite, I was very pleased with, and it was super hyped for, and it ended up being really good, in my opinion. I would say Grand Theft Auto 5, I liked it. A lot of people were disappointed with it. I don't know why. I really liked Grand Theft Auto 5. I thought it was a good game. There's been a lot of games over the years, man. Actually, one game that I wasn't hyped for and ended up being one of my favorite playthroughs of all time was Skyrim. Like, I had never played an Elder Scrolls game seriously before. And then when I played Skyrim, I became so immersed in it that I played every piece of content, and I loved it, you know? Some games that I've been hyped for that ended up being big duds, Street Fighter V. Like, I was super duper hyped for Street Fighter V. I was like, man, here's a game. You know, I'm a professional streamer / content creator. I could become good at Street Fighter V, and you could be with me every step of the way from day one. And the game was just a piece of fucking shit, and ended up being so disappointing to me. So I don't necessarily have a one game that stands in my mind, but here's a few of them right there. Metalhead2177 did a 90-bit cheer. Thank you, Metalhead. Then he did a 111-bit cheer to become today's top cheerer. But then Crazy Dream did a 112-bit cheer, and that put Crazy Dream into the top cheering spot. Okay. Golden Silence has resubbed to the channel for the 9th month in a row, and I thank you for the resub, Golden Silence. Then Metalhead did a 150-bit cheer to become the top cheerer for today's stream. Let's get Metalhead up there now on the leaderboard, since I haven't updated it for the past few. So Metalhead, temporarily here at least, is the cheerleader. It's 2177, his name? Yes. That was 150 bits. Okay, good. Thank you, Metalhead, for the... Oops, where's the 7? I'm short of 7. There we go. Thank you, Metalhead, for the support. Top cheerer for now. YOLO Dobber cheered again. He says, didn't YouTube say the higher your videos engage that they will pay you more per ad, so it doesn't matter how many ads you put in the video? No, I never heard that. In fact, that's completely erroneous. You would not watch the same ad and get more money for it. That's never happened. Now, what might happen is if you have higher engagement, meaning more people are watching your videos for a longer period of time without clicking off, if that's the case, maybe they'll give you better, higher paying ads in general. So if you have a channel with high engagement, you'll have more ads and better ads running on your videos to make you more money. But no, there's no way two people will watch the same ad and you'll make different money on it. That's actually illegal, by the way. So that could not happen. Bib Dog did a 100-bit cheer and said, fuck. Okay, then. Alrighty, then. Gunga Door cheered and said, Wing said he emailed you already a couple days ago. You guys will be the duo. Well, I don't have it. So if that is the case, it means that his email is sitting in my spam filter somewhere from a few days ago. I'm not aware of him emailing me. So if he really did, he should try emailing me again. Or if not, tweeting me and saying, hey, man, I emailed you. Did you get it? And I don't know what his email address is, so I don't even know what to look for. If the email's not working, then he can always just tweet me and maybe we'll talk via DM that way. But I got nothing. So I don't know if what really happened here. I got nothing. I've been looking every day actively and I got nothing. Okay? Nothing. Nothing. Okay. Crazy Dream now did a 151-bit cheer to become the cheerleader. Looks like we got a cheer battle, a cheer war between Metalhead and Crazy Dream for top cheer position for today. Thank you, Crazy Dream, for that cheer. Appreciate the support. All right. AES cheered. He says, I thought about consoles and handhelds like the Game Boy, Advance, and the Vita. Do they allow you to stream? No, I would not be able to grab stuff from old consoles. No, like anything pre-HDMI capture, there's no way I could do it. I only can capture, I can't even capture from a PS2 or a PS1. Like, I don't have anything to capture from that. I'm very much a more modernized guy. That's why if I'm going to play a PS2 or PS1 game, I play the game emulated over, say, PSN or whatever, backwards compatibility. That's how I do it. So there you go. No, there's no way I'd be able to capture from, like, Game Boy. The thing is, at one point, before recently Nintendo decided to crack down on this, All of Nintendo's old games were available publicly. The ROMs were all over the internet. There were emulators all over the internet where you could just get these games and play them at your leisure. However, Nintendo clamped down and shut down tons of the ROM sites and the Whereas site. All the sites that had all their shit on it, they shut them all down. So now you have to basically buy it through their own official means. I think what that is, a big part of that was because they sold the NES Classic and the Super NES Classic. So if, no one's going to go out and buy an $80, classic console to play games they can play for free on their PC, so let's clamp down and make them not free, and then people will have to buy it, right? I think that's what happened. So again, AES said, Game Boy Advance and Vita, do they allow you to stream? The Vita, I'm not sure. I'm trying to think, because I'm pretty sure Vita does not have HDMI out. And I'm also trying to think, I think there's a feature with the Vita that if you link your Vita with your PlayStation 4, that you can actually play your Vita games on a television. So maybe then I could capture like that if I wanted to. But the bottom line is I've owned a Vita and I never once put a piece of content out for the Vita. The console was dead at launch. Like there was never been anything good for it. The stuff that comes out for it isn't worth playing. I'm serious. Like I played a few Gravity Rush. Bleh. That game's not even that good. It's an overhyped game because it was on the fucking Vita, around launch. Most of the games that came out for it were basically like watered down PS3 ports and shit that weren't very good. I remember the few games I played Uncharted Golden Compass or whatever the fuck it was called. It was like the Golden Goblet of shit or whatever. And that was like a watered down Uncharted game that wasn't very good. I played the Resistance game. There was a game Resistance game that wasn't very good. I played Gravity Rush. I played this like dungeon crawler, which names I can't even remember the name of it anymore. Basically, I played like 5-6 games for it, and I just didn't like any of them. I was like, this is kind of shitty. Like, there's really no reason to play any of these games. They're not as good as other games that are out there already. And honestly, the Nintendo 3DS lineup, even though it has graphically way worse than the Vita, honestly was much better. The only time I ever really got any concrete use out of my Vita is when I linked it with my PS4, and when I was doing my first run of Bloodborne in 2015, at night I would grind. Downstairs in the living room, I'd be watching like television or whatever, and then I would grind in Bloodborne at night on this thing using remote play. That was it. The Vita's a pretty dead thing that we never really took off and never really got much use. Which is sad because I said the same thing about the PSP, and the PSP was far more successful than the Vita. So that just it was hilarious. I said since launch of the Vita, I said this thing is not needed. No one is asking for like a $300+ mobile handheld that has graphics like PS3. Like, who's asking for this? I've not heard anyone ask for this device, yet they release it and wonder why it's not selling. I mean, pretty stupid. Anyway, there you go. Avril's Lover cheered 100 bits, says, which game has frustrated you the most through your whole gaming career? Man, I would say, let me think about this. Ninja Gaiden 1 is one of the most difficult games ever made, and I never beat it. I got to the end and couldn't beat the final boss. It's so frustrating because if you die, you have to replay the entire fucking final level from the start, and it takes like 10-15 minutes to get to the fucking boss. It's just a nightmare. It really is one of the hardest games ever made. And that's Ninja Gaiden 1 for the NES. It's not like the modernized. I'm talking Ninja Gaiden 1 on NES. I would probably say Scarface. That was a game that it took me multiple returns over multiple years to finally fucking finish. Although I did finally tough it out and finish it. Thank God I did, but still, it was incredibly frustrating. But in reality, the most frustrating game in history, alright, is E.T. on the Atari. E.T. on the Atari is one of the worst made, most frustrating fucking games ever made. Literally every 2 seconds you fall into a hole, and it goes, boop! And then you gotta get out of the hole by levitating, and then it makes the most annoying fucking noise ever when you levitate. Really, the sound effects of that game are some of the most worst sound effects I've ever heard in any game ever. They, grate your eardrums and make you want to rip out... They actually make you want to stick pencils into your fucking eardrums. Because the game sounds like shit. It just really annoys the fuck out of you. It was hilarious because at SGC 2013, that was the last major convention I attended, by the way, 5 years ago, someone had E.T. set up in the room that I was in. I had a table in, and people were across the room, they'd hear it on, they'd be like, what the fuck? And they'd all come over and be like, oh my god, that's it? That's E.T.? Now we understand why people hate this game. It sounds like shit. Yeah, E.T. Most frustrating game ever. It sucks. Metalhead did a 39-bit cheer. Thank you, Metalhead. And Blaine 007 did a $10 tip. Thank you, Blaine. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Go ahead and get you up there on the leaderboards. Blaine, longtime fan and viewer. The person who actually eventually, or originally got me to play the Persona series many years ago. What was that, 2-3 years ago at this point, right? So yeah, Blaine been a major contributor, major supporter, and thank you, Blaine, for that tip. I appreciate it. You're the only tipper for today, by the way. So you get up on the leaderboard as the top tipper. Thank you. So Rainbow Sparkles 007 did 152-bit cheer and says, lol, now I have the top cheer, and then he used the cute Franker Z Doggo emo. However, Crazy Dream immediately dethroned him by doing another 153-bit cheer. So Crazy Dream remains the top cheerer for the day. Excuse me. Alright, guys. So, that is it for the pre-stream, I guess. We have gotten through all the shout-outs. I want to say thank you guys for being supportive. Thanks to everyone who cheered, subbed, and tipped. Okay, hold on a second, guys. We're up to 494 subs. I'm going to update that. Let's update that. That's a nice positive. All right. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have a new trial moderator starting today. Okay. His name is Yusuke14K. He has been a longtime viewer. In particular, usually when I play fighting games and the like, he shows up to try to play with me and is going to help us out here as a trial mod, okay? So shout out to Yusuke14K. Congratulations on becoming a trial mod. Hopefully he'll be able to help us, in particular, you know, this coming few weeks with all the new releases that are going to be coming out. We're going to need more moderators to help out. So welcome, Yusuke. Thanks for volunteering, and let's see how it goes, all right? And also, I do want to say this, thanks to Ellipsian and Jaturity, who recently also have helped out with moderation. You know, so far, so good. So, let's keep things moving positively. All right, guys? All right. Also, shout out to Iceman, 3289, who's did a 300-bit cheer to become today's cheerleader. Thank you, Iceman. Let's get Iceman up on the leaderboard here. What is that? 3289. Actually, it's kind of fun to see you guys kind of competing again, because we haven't had that in a while, I don't think, right? Pretty cool to see people vying for the top spot today. Thank you. In particular, guys, the last thing I want to do before we get started is give credit where credit is due and shout-outs to those who have contributed over the last week. For those who are not aware, this last week was the last, the last week of August, but also today's the last day where that cheering leaderboard for the week is going to be in effect. So what I want to do is give credit where credit is due and, read off the top cheer contributors of the week. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Let's see here. Gungador cheers says, do you think next-gen things will be reversed where Xbox will reign dominant again? Sony's arrogant attitude is back. It feels like the PS2 era again with the comments about crossplay from CEO. Yeah, man, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what Sony's thinking. They really were the big dominant force this console gen. But if Microsoft plays their cards right and actually listens to the gamers rather than doing exactly the opposite of what they did here with the Xbox One and did it what we didn't want, they could take back the market. There's always potential, right? So we'll see what happens. And Crazy Dream did a 301-bit cheer, and now Crazy Dream is again the cheerleader. He has overtaken Iceman. Wow. Like I said, it's really cool to see this. We haven't seen this in a while. So thank you, Crazy Dream, for the support. Appreciate that. All right, so now let's read the top 10 cheer contributors of the week. Here we go. Thank you to the following people. In 10th place, we've got a tie, a triple tie for 10th between RFHC5, X-Thick, and Quack. So thanks to all three of you guys for your contributions this week. Then we've got in 7th place, Final Beast X. In 6th place, The Last Rambo. In 5th place, Creepy Spaghetti. In 4th place, Crazy Dream. In 3rd place, Baby Man Gaming. In 2nd place, DJ Runo 1. And in 1st place, Infinite 55. Thank all of your guys. Thank you for your support. Really awesome week. We've ended August, and we're going to start September strong. All right, guys, you ready? Are you ready for Dark Souls? Are you ready? I hope you guys are ready. I know I'm ready. You guys were born ready, right? Okay, let's end the pre-stream, and let's begin. Here we go. Thanks. Oh, wait a minute. Guitar Player 1939 just came out of nowhere and did a 1,000-bit cheer to become the cheerleader for today's stream. He overtook Crazy Dream for top cheer. Thank you very much to Guitar Player out of nowhere. Good to see you, Guitar Player. Boom. He drops the cheer bomb. Thank you very much, sir, for the support. Wait a minute. Crazy Dream just did a 1,001-bit cheer. Boom. Crazy Dream immediately counters. So now we got to get Crazy Dream back up on the leaderboard here. Wow. That was short-lived. Very nice. Thank you, Crazy Dream. Okay. So now... Now we will end the pre-stream. And now we'll begin with Dark Souls 3 for today. Okay, thank you guys. And let us begin. Very nice.